Welcome back to Colorado and Company. Well, then there were just three. Just three teams remain in the hunt for the coveted grand prize on the NBC show Treasure Hunters. Team Air Force, that just saying the name deserves applause, you guys, from Colorado is still in the game. Go, team, go.
All right, for the past 9 weeks, Matt and Brooke Rillos and Matt Zitzelsberger. I got it right.
Yeah.
They've been living the Da Vinci Code. They've traveled the world deciphering cryptic codes and puzzles that all lead to Monday night's season finale. Team Air Force, Matt and Brooke, they join us now.
Hey, guys.
Welcome. And we were, I got to say initially, we were talking, you guys have known for a while that, you know, you're sworn to secrecy.
That's right.
That has got to be tough, you know. We had Josh Blue last week, won Last Comic Standing, and now you all have a chance to make Colorado proud. That's pretty cool. Talk about it. What's it been like traveling the world, solving all these clues and cues? I cue you to speak.
It was awesome.
Was it cool?
I think it was the adventure of a lifetime for us. We kind of like that kind of thing, so for us as a husband and wife, it was really fun.
I basically said it's like the best honeymoon a guy could have. He got to take his wife and his best friend along.
Oh, wow.
And it was paid for. So.
Yeah, but you guys don't get to spend a lot of time in each location, do you?
No.
It's pretty quick. You're in and out of there.
Wasn't it, you were on top of the Eiffel Tower and you're like, okay, give me 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7.
For 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And she was counting it down. She goes,
3.
look, Mama has some money to win. Let's get this thing going. So what do you think got your team so far?
I would have to say that our teamwork probably was our biggest asset. It just seemed like none of us was the dominant leader ever. We just took turns. If one felt like they knew what they were doing, the other two just followed.
So obviously the training you get in the Air Force about teamwork is certainly coming in handy.
Yeah, I think so. We all three of us went to the Air Force Academy in 2000s when we graduated, and you know, throughout all the training they give you there, basic training, survival training, and throughout all that, I think that helped us a lot in the.
If some of the other teams said, it's not fair, these guys are trained.
That's right.
They
Sleep deprived, train not to sleep. Yeah,
but they actually had Team CIA on there, too.
They did.
Which, thank God, they got the boot, because I wasn't such a fan. Yeah, we'll just say that. But how many teams started out?
There were 10 teams.
10 teams. Who do you think is your biggest competition? Because it's down to Team Air Force, you guys, the Geniuses, and the Southie Boys.
I think at this point, it's a toss-up. You know, whatever NBC throws at you, it could be really tough intellectual challenge, and I think the Geniuses might have an advantage there. And if it's a physical challenge, we're probably even up with the Southeast. So depends on what's next.
There you go. What's been like perhaps the toughest clue to solve?
Well, there was that one when we were in England and had to look for the point from the top of the castle, and it was just so far away, it was so hard to see. And the Fogels actually ended up figuring it out and then helped us and told us the answer. So.
And you brought up the Fogels. How upsetting was it? I mean, you guys kept your cool throughout the entire game because, hey, I am a big fan of the show.
She's got it down.
No, all of the other teams were against you guys. They were trying to get you out, you and the Fogels. How upsetting was that? They were helping each other, kind of cheating along the way.
There was that episode of good drama with us, wasn't there?
Yeah.
We actually we didn't mind that they tried to gang out and get us out, because that kind of makes sense. You want to get the strongest team or the team you see as a threat out, but it was the fact they were lying to us about it. Oh no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know. So
best.
that's more bothered us than the fact they were doing it.
You know, like when you guys were competing in something like this for a very large prize and everything, it could maybe cause a little strain between a relationship. It appears as if the marriage was doing just fine.
That's
Yeah,
right.
this wasn't on camera. Your due win?
Yeah, in the beginning of December with our third.
So was there any strain?
There
in
was.
that?
Tell them the story. The one fight we had.
I don't even remember.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
You obviously
I'll
remember.
tell
You
it because it was probably my fault. Usually is, I think.
You're learning, buddy. It's always your fault.
What a good boy. You've trained him well, Brooke.
Yeah. It was actually in the canoeing episode, and we were canoeing, and we're just kind of frustrated, and tensions are high, and I remember kind of being a little bit smart alecky with her, and she turned around in the canoe and gave me one of those looks, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm like, sorry, hon. And that was our only fight we had over 30 days.
That's not even a fight.
We actually had cameramen and producers and people come up to us after the whole show was done and say, you guys just give us hope that marriage can still be good.
So that's cool.
Yeah, because, you know, you watch those reality shows and generally the wife and husband or fiancés, they give you a lot of drama. But
were there any challenges that we didn't get to see on air?
The challenges of sleep deprivation, obviously you don't see it, and then, you know, we go from South Dakota to Montana, and it shows it like that on TV, but that's like a 10 to 14-hour drive after 3 hours of sleep.
Right.
So that doesn't come across on TV as painful as it was.
Wow. All right, so the big finale is Monday night. If you win the prize, what's your, you're going to go to Disneyland?
That's
We've
right.
been. We lived there.
What are you going to do?
Well, we've kind of always had a dream of having some kind of ranch, like an action-adventure kind of ranch. I mean, we loved the
Just
show
like
so
Treasure
much.
Hunters.
And, yeah.
Actually.
It'd be like Treasure Hunters for you, so
But to
come
bring
on out and-
families closer together,
Yeah.
you know, couples.
Oh,
Something that
wow.
serves a purpose,
You
though.
know,
that
I do a lot of speaking to corporations about team building and stuff.
Yeah,
That would be
exactly.
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, and I could live my dream of being on Treasure
That's
Hunters,
right.
climbing the wall.
Set of challenges for you. Come on out.
9 News can get a team together.
Yeah, I should mention, I'm not the only one here at 9 that's a big fan of Treasure Hunters. Steve Carter, I'm throwing you under the bus. He's also a fanatic. But we should mention, in case our viewers haven't watched Treasure Hunters, it's kind of like The Amazing Race, but it doesn't matter who gets there first because you have to decipher a code. The producers of the Da Vinci Code put this together, too?
Right, Ron Howard.
And National Treasure, the Imagine Entertainment was one of the main sponsors behind it.
Yeah, really, you know, I think Amazing Race, a majority of that show is physical and just, you know, a lot of luck, too, with planes and stuff. Luck comes into this, but not a ton because you have to get there first and you also have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Final question. She really wants to be on a reality show really bad. You all have made it onto one. What advice would you have?
Yeah. Can I make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My best friend wants to as well, so you
We could team up?
Yeah.
Make a team.
Is your dream of the ranch, is that going to be here in Colorado?
It would.
Okay.
Cool.
See, I tried to say, is it going to be in Colorado, to see her if she'd say, yeah, it's going to be in Colorado. Then we knew she went. See?
Oh,
I got the brains, babe.
Tricky. But it didn't work out that way.
Thanks for being here.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for having us. It was great.
Find out if Colorado's own Team Air Force put the last pieces of the puzzle together in the season finale of Treasure Hunters. 2-hour show begins 7 o'clock Monday night right here on Channel 9.